So dear me, you can want me to see you, not dear me, we dear Vidiana. Yamini Passy, Debbie, Aquada was share what you know where your poverty. Dream big, touch your dreams, make them real. Sanctuary, sanctuary, one or you pass us, sanctuary, sanctuary, one or you. Feji de Pemukase, Kase, Feji de Pemukane, Yami, Bayamao, Mia, Bayo, 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 Oye, Casio, Sanctuary, Yamitasi. Sanctuary passa sisu sanctuary one oye passa sisu miji pe mukase miya yewi miji pe mukase miya yewi farararan 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 stretch your hands and touch your dreams. Stretch your hands and touch your dreams. You only can make them real. Never cover them with your witness. Dream big. Touch your dreams. Make them real. Fa-da-da-dum, fa-da-da. Yes, you'll be to me for dream for moon. Now, so you should die moon. Won't go now, bet you much I would die. I say, won't soon you wash show me. Fajidi pe mukase unya me kesi osuma fo ponu ka sembi osimi tumi ade ni na yo Yesu Kristo shemi dinti inti eradia na senya mi ne eradia menti na mantwa moamoa me hu metene me sa ojidie mu minya me be yamame. I'll dream big, I'll touch my dreams. Sanctuary yamitasi. Sanctuary passa sisu sanctuary one oye passa sisu feji di pe mukase kase feji di pe mukane yami be yamao miya yewi yen feji di nkra na semuza no dini to me be yama yen sanctuary one oye passa sisu mama jamfu ajine to me Missy, oh, Mama, jump for my gentleman. Mini GD, Pemukase, Mia, obey, 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 oye, Casio, sanctuary, one, oye, passa, sisu, sanctuary, one, oye, passa, sisu, Feji, dear Pemukase, Kase, Faji, dear Pemukane, Yami, Bayamao, Mia, I'll dream big and make them real. Sanctuary, Yamitasi. Sanctuary passa sisu sanctuary yamitasi yo sanctuary passa sisu feji di pe mukase kase feji di pe mukane yami be yamao miya yewi oni papa se wo yami yebi mawakai eyakai no wakai Kayanyami, Kayni, why if you won't fit yes, I'll be seen Osasido, Mumbela Nasio, Adam Nana say, Uyami, be my wakai, Ayakai, no wakai, oh, Kayanyami, Kayni, why if you won't fit yes, I'll be seen Osasido, Mumbela Nasio, three say, I feel Jeba. And so and Tuni, I think Jabo, yeah, Nasu and Tuni pen, and notice a pretty tigu, now that's so good. Aya, me, Yamisa Sido, if you say I think Jaba, and so and Tuni pen, I think Jabo, yeah, Nasu and Tuni pen, and notice a pretty tigu, now that's so good. Yeah, Sumi Mia, Yamisa Sido, Annie, why be a mawu, why be Yesu, why be you, Ganasi, Kakweshia unya wewe nimsenya midwana adena une nyamiesie enye bonia yefuminia nenya midowo enye ni penyina nenya enye ni penyina nenya sa obi yari onti apo ewuradia mawawadia nanasira I know see a dear young winter in your make a touch. I be a fool, pumpuni that they are be bodio, papa. Why could I be fire, mano? Maybe must say that in a bay and young to us. Yes, why be a man? Osaseda, Osenkavo, Yamisa you. Edda wasio, mi gwajefu nyamiesi. Wadoye, umo bruhunuti. Edda wasio, mi gwajefu nyamiesi. Wadoye, umo bruhunuti. Be to me corner say, be to me ba, ne ye wedi me si waye. Be to me corner say, be to me ba, ne ye wedi me da wasio. Ah, waye bi, yes waye bi o. Sempre bi wasi de chia. Se brivi wa ye ja Munchura na mi fanana si oi Munchura na mi fengina ye wai Sami de radiasia Ya munya miu Na minana si wai Sami ye radia Ya munya miu ya wei Mami nyira ye Atu kwa frekete chi Banturi bwoti ti kwa framwa Wite nyame waye biya mamio Atu kwa frekete chi Banturi bwoti ti kwa framwa Wite nyame waye biya mamio Timu mami nana si wai Simu mami nyira ye Nefrise Adia nyamia ye Eburu madri makumani mawadi nasu She adia nyamia ye Eburu madri makumani mawadi nasu Nei na ye dada Mini mabusia Mini ya luma yuntu fonyina Ya beda nasi boni ya waye Nyamia ebio Awaye bi Afasida manu Yafa Yesu aye bi amawo Osasida Osenkamfu Enye bonia ye fuminia nyami donwo enyeni penyi na nenya ah enyeni penyi na nenya nsa obi yari onti apop ewurade ma wanwadia fawa buade me ewurade kanfono jeneni onyamu bribia oh nyami aebio osasida osaye ye nyami saye you.
Your education director, Mr. Santi, you be German, no take you over free hammer.
I was afraid the Yanko Ponsi, say a ne, and so there about Bishia say, Monsieur Adi, the Monsieur Adi. Now, 3 years started Sunday, and they didn't come over Brebe, and Ra, nay, strong, and ne, and so that's strong. Said they know a kind a ball in Naya Amanian. Then you bear my Donko, and no be anymore at the Amaya. Na answer never caught in national. Messer nice interest na be a bompire. As a parent to Messer no bompire am I near I shall say.
I was on Bacha Mumpire. I didn't ask him for Yami Batampire. That was a what dom so. No, a body and she was a net the money. The baby she and you shandy. What the Yako Chinchin at the Abbey. The baby shandy, the Esro pan said the opposite or matin. My auntie. It is true ye jay near Bema Michael Donko Shon, sir. Some my own concom mechanical. I mentioned it no much train you here upon you. The Asedania yam. In him so obey, said you are my dad. Oh, yes, demons. Amen.
Amen. So penny yada was it. Then you bear Michael or Donko. Or you so generous in your decay, a dinner home and come out a bread a criminal. Or join military, specifically army, was woman for 12 years now. Waware or Emma and Colamu were deployed to Iraq 2 times. Wako Iraq 2 times. Now you're stationed all over the place. In baby, you can think of Biano. He's been there to serve our country. Say Frederick, Maryland. Yeah, we did master recruiter for the army. Into so officer will join the military. These are the people you talk to. Into or you recruiter for the army. And only be army and come specifically. Say be obi interested. What questions? If obi frame asante me person me join na then with my catch me need all those information. But Mr. Odonko will have all that information for us a year and then then air course recruiting right now. Then I will hear what to me a room. More college, if you want to go officer, what do you need to do? And then into and then you be a home come. With that much I do know, I will give the floor to Mr. Donko. Bro, you don't have to restrict yourself. It can be both English and Tree. You will catch your phone, my bow for name, my phone, papa for our lives. You can switch between English and Tree. Originally in Ghana, like we all know, na usu ena otenai ansana obekrumwa. Inti bema maminyem na memfama na de all my no efama obi answer the question to me say mo bebrebe na obeje no ya no amaye yedamase. Okay, but I think say you are muted. Yes, we are muted. I said permission wait ma on mute now.
But
Can you guys hear me now?
Now you should be good, yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So can you guys like see me because I don't know how to do this thing.
We can see you.
Oh, okay. But me tree like broken kakra because me and Cranny, so I'll be speaking a lot of English, but yeah, na me the tree kakra I frame. Then me brand kind of me. I've been in the army for 12 years and I've been all over. So right now I'm here doing my recruiting, and I know you guys have a lot of questions, and I will go over the requirements, the qualifications, benefits, and the process. So whenever I'm done, or if you have any question, you can just go ahead and throw it in. So first thing first, age requirement for the army. So you have to be 17 through 43. So normally the cutoff age is 35. So anything past 35, you're gonna need the age waiver. So basically, Yebema watch like the reason why you joining the army late, and then we're just gonna, look at it and approve it. So I know the anything. Um Another requirement, yeah, you have to have a high school diploma and only minimum. So you can have high school diploma, GED, bachelor's, associate, or whatever you want, you know. And also you have to be a permanent resident. Um, the if you have a visa, like a student visa, we cannot process you because we yeah old presidents now by no yeah. So now you have to be a permanent resident with a social security card before you can join the army. Um, but more questions be from uh any questions? No question. Okay.
I think say you know for now. Usually they will wait till like almost done and ask you, then will bring their questions.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Sure. Okay. So now we're gonna go to the qualification. So basically, you have to take the ASVAB. So that is the test that you take, and based on what you score, we're gonna show you all the jobs you qualify for, and then pick your job, sign your contract, and enlist. So yeah, what ejuma, like any job you can think of, we have it, from hands-on to office job, medical, IT, any job you can think of, we have it. And and only one of advantage we have, and most of the other branches don't have it, like the Navy, Air Force, Marines. Yeah, well, ejuma bebre. And with us, you know, when I say with us, I mean the army. Basically, you choose your job before you sign the contract, so you know exactly what you're gonna be doing before you sign any contract. Um, so once u take your ASVAB now, that is like the first step. You have to take the ASVAB, pass it. So passing mark in here 31 and up, but your programs to be at, if you score from 21 to 30, we have a program that you cannot be in the army, but you not because you don't have a job. So another Uber enlisted, Uber joining, you don't sign the contract, but you just gonna enlist, and then you need to call school for 90 days, at least 90 days. So basically you're in the army, but you not because you don't have a job. So during that program, they will basically educate you on how to take the ASVAB. So let's say the first 4 weeks you're able to pass the test, you're gonna go to basic training. So on Bema up to 90 days. First 4 weeks, no mama ASVAB or no. So the ASVAB is the armed service vocational battery aptitude. That's the test that you take. So basically on Bema Wateki every month. So let's say you go into that program, and then first 30 days you were able to pass it, they'll let you go. You know, they'll let you pick a job and then go to basic training. So I don't know, I say like another extra 90 days paycheck. So you're still gonna get paid while you're in that training. So I don't know a comma or more score from 20 to 21 through 30, because passing mark near 31. So if you score anything above 31, you're good. You don't have to go to that program. And then and when you score pay, you're just gonna choose your job and then sign your contract and go to basic training. So you take a test, the ASVAB, you pass it, and then you're gonna do your physical. So physical is basically, it's not like running or doing push-up or anything. It's just all medical. Or more pressure. So you're gonna give them the right to go through your medical history, and they're gonna go 7 years back. So whatever they see, they want to know when, where, why, and how. So let's say we call ER and work a hospital, you will prescribe a specific prescription. They're gonna ask why. They just want to know why you were taking that medication, how long you were taking that medication for, and are you good to go? You can you function without that medication, stuff like that. And like if you have any medical history, like ADHD, ADD, and asthma and all that, they want to know. And also I'll talk about some of the disqualifications, but way qualifications. So you're gonna take the ASVAB, you're gonna do your physical. So once you pass the physical, and then you're gonna choose your job, you're gonna sign your contract. So the contract, it varies from the job. So some jobs will come with maybe 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, depending on how long you're trying to sign the contract. Will be out for so say sign away, sign away. No, you choose what you want to sign, and see, it goes from 2 years to 6 years, depending on the job that you pick. So once you sign your contract, then you know when and where you're gonna go to training. Um, when it comes to training, I'll talk about it later on. So now let's talk about the benefits. I know a lot of people want to hear about the benefits. So benefits. Once you in the army, basically people join to continue their education. So basically, you get money for school. You also get insurance, healthcare insurance. If you have 2 3 families, they all covered. You go to the hospital, you don't pay anything, everything is already covered. You also have the dental insurance. Another benefit is you're gonna be trained on the job that you're gonna pick. So basically, let's say if you pick a mechanic or money medical school, and then you're gonna learn how to be a mechanic. If you choose an IT job, you're gonna go to the IT school. If you choose a medical job, you're gonna go to the medical school, and stuff like that. So you get on the job training, and most of the training you're gonna be doing counts as college credit. So we call basic training and AIT, advanced individual training. Basically, and only adwuma a wobɛfa ɛwɔ army no mu, you're gonna be trained to be proficient in your job. So you get job training. Another benefit, yeah, VA loan. So basically, say family, wife, kids, the army gonna approve you for a house if you're trying to buy a house. On my mouse for a house, they will approve you for the loan, and then once you buy the house, they're gonna give you money every month to pay for the mortgage. So it's a win-win. You can either buy a house or rent. Either way, they're gonna give you money to pay for it. That is when you have family. If you're married and you have dependents. Another advantage is gonna be clearance. Your secret clearance jobs. It be required secret clearance. Some top secret clearance, and then top. That's the highest. I don't know if you have that, you can work anywhere, like the White House, Pentagon, anywhere, because you have that clearance. Clearance, say if you're a civilian, you're trying to get a clearance, is really really expensive. I think it's gonna be like $50,000. But join the army now, free. Yeah, be out. Another benefit is citizenship. So let's say you're a permanent resident, you have a I-551 green card holder. When you join the pet, by the time you graduate basic training AIT, you go to your first duty station, you're gonna become a U.S. citizen. Even before you go, we're gonna sit down, we're gonna set up an account from USCIS. You start filling out the forms, the citizenship form. So by the time you graduate basic training AIT, you're gonna have a date to go for the interview, and they will not fail you. Or maybe out like the easiest questions, the easiest three questions. Even if you don't know, they will still give you your citizenship. Um, Another benefit is excitement, travel and stuff like that. It's all about traveling. So if you like traveling, you're gonna be traveling. You will be traveling. It's not it's 100% you will travel, see the whole world. Um, Another benefit is intangible benefit. So those are benefits that you don't really see, like excitement. You learn all your leadership skills. So the army gonna teach you how to become a leader. So um, let's say free army nima. Those are the qualities they look for when they're trying to employ people. So they're gonna look at you first before they look at anybody else, because you have that training, you have that qualities. Um, what else? What else? Yeah, and only benefits, So when it comes to the process, like I said before, so you take the test, pass it, you do your physical, pass it, pick your job, sign your contract, and then you go to training. So basic training is 9 weeks for everybody. 10 weeks, but technically it's 10, but the first week is where you get all your stuff. So that's where you go to reception, and they give you everything like your uniform, your boots, everything for the first week, and then after that you go to basic training. So it's technically 9 weeks. That's where you're gonna learn basic soldier skills like shooting, how to march, how to dress, basic soldier skills. But I don't know, it's all about screaming, yelling, doing push-up, running. So I said the goal is to break you down, and then they want to see if you can pick yourself back up. That's it. So you're gonna see people yelling at you, screaming, doing all crazy stuff. But it's fun. It's really fun. So 9 weeks. Once you graduate basic training, you go to AIT, Advanced Individual Training. That's where you learn your actual job, the job that you choose, the job you pick. So let's say you pick an IT job. Once you graduate basic training, you're gonna go to AIT. That's where you will learn your job. So that one is a little bit freedom, because you don't have a lot of people yelling in your face, because you're already a soldier, so you know how to compose yourself and stuff like that. Because also, yeah, transform you from civilian to a soldier, so it's gonna be a little bit hard during your basic training. So once you graduate basic training, you go to your job training. It's a little bit easy, because you get up in the morning, you do training, and then you go to class. It's just like college. You get up in the morning, go to class to learn your job. So with that one, it depends on the job that you pick. It could be 6 weeks, 10 weeks, 1 year, 2 years, depending on the job that you pick. Mostly, medical field and the IT is longer. And see, if you're trying to do it, just have the mindset that it's gonna be really, really long. Once you graduate AIT, then you go to your first duty station. That's where you're gonna actually do your job. Job now, fire, army them. That's where you're gonna do your job. It's like your daily job. Um, that's from 9 to 4 or 5. You off. You can do whatever. Um, what else? What else? What else? So, I know a lot of Africans, they always think, I mean, parents think when you join the army, you're gonna go to war. You're gonna go to war, my kid gonna die and stuff like that. You know? So based on what you're gonna choose when it comes to the job. we have people that fight. They just come in and that is their job. Their job is to fight, find bad guys, kick dogs and stuff like that. So if it's not your job, you're not gonna do it. Although you're gonna be trained to, defend yourself if anything goes wrong. If it's not your job, you're not gonna do it. Let's say we're going to Iraq. My job is a mechanic, and obinsu yeah, infantry guy, obinsu yeah, IT guy, obinsu yeah, medic medic like sure like nurse.
Nurse.
Yeah, that's the medic. So let's say everybody goes to Iraq. So me and me yeah, nurse, say omo they go fight and they get hurt. Or na ma treat you. We are mechanic so their vehicle got messed up, you're gonna fix it. That's your job. Say cook. We also have cook in the army. Wanna like omokona when they're hungry, you're gonna cook for them. So it's not that when you go to war zone, you're gonna be fighting. No, you're gonna do your actual job because we have people that fight. That's their job. They get paid to fight. So Uh, a lot of people think, oh, you join the army, you're gonna go to war every day, you're gonna die and stuff like that. No, it depends on the unit you go to. If the unit is deploying, you're gonna go with them, but you're doing your job. So if you're a mechanic, you're gonna be doing mechanic stuff. If you're an IT guy, you're gonna be doing IT stuff. You're a cook, you're gonna be cooking. You know, so it depends on the job. But more qua, you're going with them, and so I my like a little bad part, but the good part me when you out the country to sell quite Iraq, Afghanistan, whatever, it's tax free. Don't say America anything BBI get tax. So when you out the country, any money you make it goes straight in your bank. No taxes. And the whole you get, more money. Me to be honest with you, I joined because of the money, money. You know, because me I join, get paid, get my citizenship, and everything is easy. The army is easy. A lot of people think it's hard, but you have to have time for the army. Um, a lot of people say when you join the army, you can't go to school, you can't have time for it. Nope, we have a lot of free time. Who said we have all these federal holidays? Who- you're not gonna go to work, but you're gonna get paid. You can't do that in the civilian world. So 1 o'clock here now, you're not gonna get paid. Yeah, another benefit, you have 30 days paid vacation. So basically you can take 30 days off and you're gonna get paid. Nobody's gonna stop your pay. But to me, I call it sick. Hey, today I don't feel like coming in. Nobody's gonna stop your pay. You're still gonna get paid. But to me, I'm sorry, make a hospital, stuff like that. Um, you have your own time. Basically, if you're trying to further your education, you do online. Basically, most of the universities they understand what we do, so they have a little bit, you know, let's say you're trying to turn an assignment and you're late, they know you kind of like busy, so they can give you extra time to turn in your assignment. Um, when you go to school, so every year you get 4,000 TA assistant, tuition assistance. You get 4,000. So basically, they're not gonna give you the money. So let's say you're trying to go to University of Maryland, they will give the money to the school depending on how many courses you're trying to take. So anyway, free money is there. You can use it. If you don't use it, it's still there. Nobody's gonna, you know, force you to do anything. If you want to use it, go ahead. If not, it's still there. Also, let's say you you did 2 years or 3 years and you say you're done with the army and you still want to go back to school, finish your, bachelor's or master's or PhD. We have something called the GI Bill. So basically the GI Bill is for school, money for school when you get out the army. So whenever you get out of the army and you want to continue your school, you can use that money to continue your school. Let's say you have your education while in the army. So when you get out, you don't want to you don't use the money. You can give it to your spouse, your children, or you can even divide them. If you have 2 or 3 kids, you can, divide it, and then their school is paid for. So that's another benefit. I think I got all the stuff. So basically, let's say you join the army, and you pick mechanic job. You sign for 2 years. After 2 years, you only have two choices: is to either get out or still do the army. So let's say mechanic now fire no but the goal was to get your foot in the army. So let's say with 2 years in this one, like I said, you have two options: is to get out or do the army. Since the army don't want you to go, you can, that's where you can play with the system a little bit. You're just gonna tell them, hey, I want to go here, I want to change my job, and if there's a bonus, I want this bonus. So since the army don't want you to go, they will try and get you what you want. So you can have many jobs in the army, and then when you get out, so you have 2 or 3 jobs under your resume that you can work with in the civilian world. So it's how you plan it. So if the goal is to get the benefit, or the goal is to basically get the benefit, just like I always tell my people, just get your foot in the door, and then while you're in the army, you can do whatever. What else? What else? At this time, anybody got any questions? So I don't want to do all the talking. So I know you guys have a lot of questions. So um, you can shoot me your questions. Oh, let me see. So when it comes to family, so let's say you join the army and you have 2 3 kids, including your spouse. So wherever you're gonna go, army no be fat let's say you journey from Virginia, and then you graduate AIT basic training, and your station was
Germany.
California. Did you say something?
So your station was Germany.
Yeah, Germany. So basically, they will bring your family. Like if they will bring everybody to you. You know, they will pay for their plane ticket, and even if it's in state and you're driving, they're gonna pay for your gas, food, mileage, and everything. So you don't have to worry about that. If you have a house, the army gonna send in the movers, and they will move everything in your house to your new location. You don't have to pay for anything. You don't have to touch anything. They will move everything in your house. Um, I think that's pretty much it. So if you guys have any questions, just shoot me your questions.
So there are a couple questions I'm on for Sunday. I've written them down, and some of them are in the chat. So I will try to ask those questions on their behalf.
Okay, sure. Because I don't even know how to navigate this.
Yeah. I'll help you out on that one. So one question, I mean, it should be straightforward. Or say all that you're saying, does that apply to all the branches or just the army?
So it's 50-50. So the test, the physical is the same, but the benefits, pay is similar. Training is a little bit different. Training is a little bit different. That's pretty much it. So you take it testing with the army, you can use it with the other branches. So let's say, oh yeah, army, and then for some reason be like, oh no, I don't want to do army no more. You can transfer everything from the army to the Navy or Air Force. But yeah, so like I said, we have the most job, and we let you choose the job that you're gonna do before you sign the contract. Other branches, they give you what is available. So let's say you're trying to be what do you call it? Well,
let's say IT. Trying to do IT.
So IT, there were a lot of IT jobs. So we're just gonna ask you, hey, what kind of job you looking for in the IT field? until you will be specific. But the other branches, they will give you something in the IT field. You who can say IT. So any IT BI, like they're gonna give it to you. But with us, we're gonna specify. Let's say you want to work on radios, you want to work on satellites, stuff like that, like drones. Not Yamao, exactly what you want. We don't give you like the general, IT job.
Okay. Obviously, how long is the initial contract? And what is the difference between active service and reserves?
Okay.
To these two questions.
Okay. So first question, when you sign a contract, so basically, if you sign 2 years, you have 6 more years, 8 years in total. So 8 years, let's say you come in, you want to sign 4 years, and then you get out. So you still have 4 inactive reserve. That is, let's say there's World War III, World War V, and they need more people. They're gonna come call you like the draft within that 4 years. Akawa service limit. So let's say you do 5 years and you get out. You have 3 more years. But after that 3 years, you're done with the army. The military. You're done. Say, anything came up like the draft, they cannot call you. But it's not gonna happen. So I heard about active duty and reserve. So part-time and full-time is active duty. That's where you army 24/7. You get all the benefit 100%. Part-time army reserve. So basically, you only wear the uniform in the weekend, one time a month and twice in the summer. So you kind of like a weekend warrior. That's what we call them. So the reserves, that's the part-time, is good for people that have good paying job. They don't want to move out of wherever they stay, Maryland, Virginia, or they have a house, they don't want to sell it, or they just want a second income. So basically, the benefit is not 100%, but you get benefit. You get money for school. Um, they will help you pay for your student loan if you have one. Um, what else? So it's basically like second income. That's the part time. So you do your daily, Monday through Friday, your civilian job, and then you do the army in the weekend. Or if you go to school full time, Monday through Friday you do your college or university, and then in the weekend you do army. So that is the difference. Full time and part time.
Okay. Mount Collins answer was through Abigail was through the Susan's answer was through. But let me speak a little bit on reserve and active duty now, because I was reserved for a long time before I went active duty.
All right.
Reserve is basically, like he said, for people that have high paying jobs, right? Or your nurse, or your doctor, or your surgeon. Like one of my old units, now we have a lot of surgeons, a lot of nurses, they made a lot of money, right? And it doesn't bother them. But so what to say, Obia, or yeah, Juma or Abia, Home Depot, Walmart, all these low paying jobs, and somebody convince you to go reserver, you're basically going to come back and go back to those small jobs, so it's not going to be worth you a while. And they will pay for your probably your tuition and stuff, but benefits, it's not that high. When it comes to health insurance, you have to pay something out of pocket, right? I used to pay about $200 and something for my family, but now I pay zero because it's all covered because I'm active duty. So who stay in reserves for a long time, that's ultimately retire now. Your benefit is probably going to be like $200, $300 a month. But the same person now or rank maybe I'm fine say E5, E6, E7. The same person will serve probably 20 years. You will serve like 30 years. He will probably be making like $3,000 a month. You'll be making $300 a month. So unless you have a high paying job, reserves is not advisable for you to do. And these are the differences that reserves. People might not tell you the truth, but that's how the reserve actually works. My mini can call Collins so now Collins Vienna Abigail, my boss number Susan so.
Okay.
Okay, me that's your meaning. The question here said, for career choosing in the military, no. Is it say a year marks that will be on the test, no, and it be determined or career to be done in the military? And I say a year one kasana or question. I say we choose me person me we. That's it.
Okay. So it's yes and yes. So based on what you score on the test, we're gonna show you all the jobs you qualify for. So hopefully, what you qualify for, there's gonna be one or two that you're gonna like it. Well, so based on what you score, we're gonna show you all the jobs that you qualify for. If you score really really high on the test, you're gonna have a lot of job options. If you score low, you're gonna have option. Like I said, I'm say like let's say you want something in the IT field, but during that time, no, when ya one meeting score, no. To me, my advice: take something, take whatever, sign the lowest, maybe 2 years, 3 years. So after that 2 3 years, you know, you can. So we have something called a fast class. Basically, you go to school class, and then they will let you take the test again, the ASVAB again, to increase your score. So if you increase your score, you can choose any job. So let's say u be 2 years no ufa mechanic, but upe IT. Say 2 years year, you can tell them, hey, I want to do IT. If you have that score, you know, since they don't want you to go, no, they will try and give you what you want. But like in the beginning, you have to score higher on the test to get what you want. When it comes to IT medical, you have to score higher. I'm talking about 60 and up. 31 is passing, but you don't want to get 31 if you're trying to excuse me, if you're trying to get something in the medical field or IT field. And then with the IT, you have to be a US citizen before you can get anything in the IT. Like, the Intel job, IT jobs, you have to be a US citizen. But there's a lot of jobs that don't require you to be a US citizen. A lot of medical field, some IT jobs you can do it, but some you cannot. You have to be a US citizen. So when it comes to job, like I said, I tell my people, hey, pick what you want. The goal is to get your foot in the army. Once you're in, you can do whatever. You can raise your so we have something called a GT. Once you have 110 GT, you can do whatever. You're gonna qualify for all the jobs in the army, so far as you're a US citizen.
So when I first joined, let me GT score 96, right?
Mm-hmm.
So GT score of 96 no will limit things that you can do. But as time went on, no, I went to school, you're much at the end, they will pay you to go to that school. How much it was I think 2 or 3 weeks school. And I took the test again and I had a 116 GT score, which 110 is what you actually need. But I had a 116. And now, a lot of jobs open for you. If I walk on my friend say, hey, we see you have this score. Do you want this job? And once you get that kind of score, no, the sky will be your limit. But like he said, no, the first thing is to get your foot in there, and then later on, no, because you never know what changes might come down the line. Maybe I don't want to be qualified to even get in anymore. And to get your foot
Yep.
in there, then you try to move things around. Abigail, I don't start to me. Maybe our question or answer. So answer na me Susie so.
My question Anna Collins besides that's
Okay,
Okay.
Susie.
Tell me that say any church na maybe I say it's all good news and we all the advantage, but the person who say if there's any disadvantage because we have some people when they went in they were disappointed and said they went in because as a safetyness, no, I said being like the safetyness of the job and the person who said if you are in there now, your safetyness is number one priority for them because we've been hearing said these people had been being raped, being killed, and then being covered up because the army has they don't want to expose the army. As a parent, when you send your kids to join this kind of group, you must know say if they are safe, because it's like we're all hearing the good no, but what is the bad? But yet it can be and change.
Okay, so bad things, one, going away from the family, because sometimes your best they show Iraq, Kuwait, whatever, for 6 to 9 months, and only bad things. you know every organization, there's gonna be something bad, but most of the sexual harassment, killing, and all that stuff, people know about it, but they don't say anything. So maybe yeah, we have classes about how to report stuff, and most of them, in the long run, there's gonna be alcohol involved, and I won't say, when you drunk, you cannot do anything. The army now is zero tolerance on that stuff. Once, I don't know, like, if something happened, you have to come out and say something. So if you don't say anything, nobody's gonna know. And only one of idea because everybody trying to cover their asses. I mean, sorry, everybody trying to cover up, you know, to protect themselves. So if you if you see anything, you gotta say something. But I don't know, we are human beings. There's gonna be good things and bad things about any organization. So um
Because
yeah,
maybe person who say most of us now say everybody's trying to cover themselves up because nobody want to get fired or just get bad reputation. So that doesn't mean that if you are the one who is the victim now, you won't have no support from the army not to support you, and now they'll just leave you hanging.
no. So the thing is, once you come out and say something, the army gonna take the necessary step. Because one scenario, I had a soldier that they were drinking, do a whole lot of stuff in the barracks, and then they got up in the morning. One female came out and said she was touched. Straight up, this guy is not even in the army no more. They took him to the arrested him. Of course, spending like 13 weeks. So if you see something, you have to say, they be a my class, every weekend, the mass safety brief. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do that. And then time next Monday, cash say me, no why. So it's up to them to to have that confidence to say something, because once any organization be out, there's gonna be good things and bad things.
And usually, it all depends on what unit you are in, right? Most of them so unit be a member be they be sorry to say, almost the name be diagro. They say things and it's like men culture. Into so your banners work with Tumwa. Usually, you are forced to conform to that. In man baby, they will not be able to come out and say, "Oh, this is what is going on here," for change to be made until the point is too late, right? But like he said, no, they don't play with that. Or because it say happened, let's say, no matter how your rank is, you are getting investigated. My last unit in a schoolhouse, it is school for Bahana, and one of the students says, instructor Bako send her a message, say, or penalty bisa. Just that, we kicked the guy out of our unit. On one person, to our own nano. We took from him, put it in the armory, right, doing the investigation until I think it went on for about 6 months until they figure out, oh, it wasn't true. Then they gave him all that stuff back. It's something that they don't joke with. But usually, it's the victims, try to play tough. Let me put it that way. And because on per se, Obeka say na, Obia ostracizing and say, oh, one I can't say into Bianu Nyago, Bianu Nibi, until they try to bottle it up until the point where it's probably too late. That is why. The army does a lot of good things, but usually, like we always say, good news don't sell. And when the bad news comes up, then people will jump on it and then broadcast and they make money off it. Me who will be answer was Ruby, but will be question by now. Once usually no Africa for especially Ghanaians no, your core college, your medical field no more. Me koye pharmacy, me koye nurse, me koye doctor, right? So be away college, no any of these degrees, no person called officer, no enlisted. What are the options at all?
So now you have to have the STEM program, that is science, tech, math, engineering. So you have to have degree in this 4 STEM program before we can process you to be an officer. Officer, no, you have to be a U.S. citizen. You have to have a bachelor's degree in that STEM program, and you have to be between 18 and 34. 18 and 34. Yes. So I don't know. Based on your requirements, you're gonna come in as an officer. So we have two how do you call it? 2 branches or whatever. So there's the enlisted side and there's the officer side. Enlisted, no, you just come in as we kind of like the support backbone. Yeah, hard work. And then the officer side, they all like book, admin, stuff like that. And they get it more, more pay. So coming in as an officer is very, very competitive because you competing against a lot of people that are trying to come in as an officer. Because obia or degree, obia or PhD, masters way. So things they look for your GPA. You have to have a good GPA. You have to be, physically fit. And then you gonna write an essay explaining why you want to be an officer in the military, in the army. You have to have 3 recommendation letters, preferably from somebody that's in or vet. 3 recommendation letter, and then you're gonna submit your resume. Um, yeah, that's it, and then your transcript. So I don't know, OBA is very, very competitive because there's a lot of people doing it. So they look at the top. OBA war 4.0, any 3.5 GP, you bet sure you what top. So let's say there's like 100 people applying for it, and everybody got like 4.1, 4.9, whatever, almost straight from top. So it's very, very competitive, but it's doable. So I don't know, we have dates year for the board. So let's say this year, no, I think the date for the board is in May. So I don't know if you, I mean August. So say your officer, I have to build all your packet before that date. I don't know. Miss Sandy BBI. You're still gonna go through like you're gonna take the test, pass the physical, and then you're gonna go to a board. Basically, they will ask you some questions, and if they think you're good for the position, they're gonna take you, and then you go to basic training. Once you graduate basic training, you're gonna go to Bullock. That's the basic officer candidate school. And then you're gonna go to OCS and then Bullock. Um so once you graduate, you commission as a second lieutenant. But it's the easiest way. There's like easy and 100% you're gonna get selected way to become officer. So basically you're gonna do enlisted and then you do green to gold. I don't know. I say you're not competing against nobody. So if you meet that requirements, because you're already in the army, you're enlisted, you're already in the army, and then you put in your packet green to gold. So I don't know. You best share your package. If everything is good, you're gonna send you to school, and then once you graduate, you commission as a second lieutenant. I don't know the easiest way, but a lot of people don't want to do it because they don't want to be enlisted because they have a degree. It don't matter if you have a lot of enlisted got degrees. Obi or you enlisted or what a lot degree. We have a lot of people with master's degree, PhD, and they still enlisted because that's what they want to do. So coming in as an officer, like straight from college, is very very competitive, but it's doable, you know. And so mudada enlisted, and then you switch to officer is easy because you already know basically you know the army already compared to somebody that don't know anything about the army. So they will pick you before they look at somebody that don't really know anything about the army, and the army gonna train you. You already have the training, so it's 100% you're gonna get picked up for officer.
Okay. Usually those people enlisted to officer, they are the best officers to work with. They are the best officers. I think say Abigail and Sa was shooting, but before Abigail, Obi Ebusa say, do you also how Army National Guard working? I don't know if that is within your realm, and I say National Guard is different thing
So
on their own.
so the only difference with the national guard, it's a say reserve, no. The only difference is the national guard is state funded and our reserve is federal. So sometimes you don't have the benefit the army reserve have, you know. Guards, I say state. Say sometimes the state will be like, hey, state shut down, they don't get paid, but we still get paid, no matter what. Even if the state is shut down or whatever, we get paid because Omuye is state funded and we are federal. That's it. So I mean, if you're trying to do national guard, why don't do reserve? It's the same thing, but Omono, I say states.
Okay. Meaning the answer no we okay. We can come back and give us a different question. Abigail, my memory also.
Me patcho more 2 questions. My first question is me who said Army know something we called direct commission. Like you directly come in as an officer, and I said like we a recruiter. I mean, because I already have my bachelor's, but my real school for maybe a year or two. More something called like direct commission. I know so the Navy has
So
something like that.
direct commission, you have to have masters or PhD, and you have to be practicing. So mostly a medical field, no. So let's say obi were like wako ni doctorate school,
Nursing.
nursing. He or she is practicing what or what like on maybe what all the state qualifications, all the state requirement. I don't know, yeah. You come in as an officer straight up. I don't need direct commission, So we don't really work with you, but what another recruiters are will just direct you
Okay.
to that people. So you
Okay.
have to have a PhD or master's degree.
And
And
then
you practice it.
bachelor's doesn't apply with direct
No,
commission with the Army. Okay.
no.
Okay. I just wanted to put it out. CBOB per se who said no, so yeah, another option. Okay. My second question is gonna say, if I say BOB or the other branches of the military or Navy or Air Force or
Yeah.
National Guard to say the AK, no per se or switch about Army now. Quite best to know or befast wise and I say how does it work? Does
So
that qualify the person with some benefits? B, how does it work? Start the whole
so I don't
process.
know. Yeah, every day. Marines back, Air Force is back, Navy back, because they don't get promoted. It's really, really hard to get promoted in Navy, Air Force, and Marines. They be out on by her because from E1 through E4 is automatic. The more the longer you in, you're gonna get promoted. Just stay out of trouble and do the right thing. That's it. But other branches, no, it's really, really hard. Air Force, you have to take a test every time you're trying to get promoted. Also, one short test, pass it, and then they will consider you. It's not guaranteed. So maybe I'm Marines, I'm gonna buy it. Or the only thing is you have to be, down with your contract. And I say I can maybe 1 year. will contract in the ending, and then you switch. So people that come in, one, if you're trying to do a different job from what you previously doing in the other branch, that one you're gonna go back to AIT, Advanced Individual Training, to learn your job. But if you're trying to keep the same job from the other branch and we have it, you basically gonna go straight to your duty station because you're already qualified. Sometimes almost free man, they don't get out with honorable discharge or something. Let's say okoye bibi any yeah pamono and something crazy. So we have codes. We call it RE code. That's your a threat the reason you got out. So if you have RE code 1, you can get it easy because I don't know. I say what time in this one now you just got out. If you have Article 3, Article 4, you probably did something. That's why you got kicked out or something. I don't know. It's kind of like really hard because we're gonna have all your documents and but yes, you can switch. Is that simple? You can switch. Also, let me talk about this. If you're trying to switch from you can switch from active duty to reserve and vice versa. But your unit has to, let you go. If you are reserve and trying to do active duty, your unit has to let you go, and then you come talk to us. If your contract is not over yet.
Okay. Switching from reserve to active, it may sound easier than done, right? You have to go to a general officer to sign off on it. And usually, because they need people in the reserve, they will not sign off on it. 98% of the time, they will not sign off on it. You have to serve your contract. Then you go active. Obi said, as a reservist, do you have the option to choose what state you serve in? Usually, say, enlist here, state corner or enlist so enlist to Virginia, I have no base station. And 2 years with training, then you can decide to go wherever you want. And on a 1 hour pay unit to crop as a because I used to be in Maryland and I'm a transfer by Virginia. I had to come to Fort Belvoir and look for a unit. And then they agreed to accept me before I'm unit to release my bow. And one of you have nothing to do with a recruiter. And I think that this one will be for you. I said, can you go in as a junior officer, then move into the officer position after presenting your degree? Which I think there's nothing like that, but I'll let you answer that.
Your line was breaking, so I couldn't hear you.
I joined as a junior officer. Not later, what presenting with degree. I don't know if he or she is referring to JRTC or RRTC and stuff like that. I don't know specifically.
So yeah, I don't really, but the way the thing I made me tell you. So there's nothing like junior officer and then you turn in your degree. The requirement is you have to have a bachelor's degree. So let's say are you talking about enlisted to officer?
No, I think you're on the right path, not enlisted, no good green to gold.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
So there's nothing like that. You have to have a degree to go officer. There's no junior officer and then become an officer. It's straight. K, my memory case, me and myself.
I'm the question, me was similar to me, Mukakra. I'm say, a percentage say, Upasa call military anymore. A job will come now, the certificate yard in the car. We entire and still, yeah, we have found we are cancer. And Tabia, walk or GT, walk or exams, winner low marks or whatever. And he package now open. No train say one casano or certifications view. And you will be say, I don't know, day now for military with any square winner and one, two, baby, are now and I know certificate. One, if now, catch up, yeah, young Casa Crown, young fans say, PH and do more. mo pick him because from the work and as a winner room, is like you are not going to what that. Also, maybe it's like you are applying for. But say the presentation say your formally to do more. It's like a human be a person you piano. Yes, if you know what apply, you be out what man that. In this independent room, na say will PhD na say what present PhD na. Then they have to put him to that level. So I'm saying.
Oh, no.
More kakra.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm say me aso for busa no a bit to me. Me rem no me de set A ni figure na ba be rem. Set A advance way more than SSC, which is high school. Into you started me rank from PFC. Yeah, the me started a koi. Into you advance na me wa another mate ya no so buy no of the Winneba no UCC degree na buy. You started the rank FE specialist. Oh, one thing about a year we are need you want to say you be school be so provided so what document to prove say my real degree way make it a certificate way make it a degree way yeah recruiter no be making sure say at least rank I would deserve no only do better but it won't be anything more than E4. I'm say we are E4 no na dey build which is specialist and as a corporate honey dey build am who adwuma na wo koye no the few work no performance ne wo endurance in a bit promote akọ wanim nti anything below E4 there ukita PhD fine still be benya edogo beto E4 because easy so we bet matra minimum the 2 years no ya promote na be do E4 easy unso na okasa no so we stay out of trouble na yengofo ye omuntimi stay out of trouble oh ntina ya na kanisa with us.
Yeah, so to add a little bit, if you're coming with a high school diploma, you E1. If you have some college credit, less than 24 credit, you're gonna be E2. If you have 24 and up or an associate, it's gonna be E3. Bachelor's E4.
Maybe some question. Hello.
Also, and I think that the opposite and say it doesn't matter what degree ukuta. You can be a doctor, an astronaut, you can be whatever. But say military no arm peculiar to do that job, you cannot do that job, right?
Exactly.
Once you get in, no, that's also I want to switch to that side. And now degree, no, because me person a co-officer, then the kind of green to gold, you apply to become a nurse, right? Then they accept you, then you go do that. But with degree, no, it doesn't matter what degree you ukuta. So I must have told say mechanical. That is what you are going to do, right? Because I'm ukuta degree as teachers, as nurses, but they are still mechanics. They are still different jobs because that's not what the army gave them, and that's not what they accepted.
Yeah. So like any job, I'll be follow I'm in a veteran now. So you don't really have to have experience or anything. Job, I'll be follow. Even if you have certificate, let's say you are IT guy and you got something in the IT, the army gonna train you their way. So we are mechanic crap now we are mechanic job. The army don't look at it. We're gonna, train you to be mechanic in the army. So that really don't, matter.
Okay,
but yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, then I'll go to K. It didn't a K. Oh, yeah,
Okay, yeah.
college.
I mean, that's it, yeah.
Okay, K.
Hello.
Yeah.
But you're making.
Yes.
The question me says me kind of years can ho. Na say baby I maybe year juma. The military officers na year juma. Yeah, age name age efe. Enti say officers, na ask your officers, just divisioners. Is it you made mention of a certain word. Enti say no. Me age no age yepe. Can I enroll into because year juma pay or field back or your officers back? Can I enroll into the military with my age? Because
So, yeah, what do you feel say? So
cut off no. Age cut.
yeah, so far
Yes,
as
I
you
said 35.
you 40 no. If so far as you 43 again.
Okay. And it looks like those people who came in at an early age than you see them now, right?
Yeah.
And so who I said,
check.
because my 36, I came in 12 years ago. And I came in when I wasn't 36. Into the NM age na eka, but I came in earlier. And those people came in earlier. And then on Komoba, maybe they will need a waiver, and as they won't even qualify to join.
And also your office. Well, officers and so of late, meaning some of our officers in for. Officers need young folks. And they are on bet me a train on now much military much and I say I'm in much because more dead woods. Because one time Joe Biden and I said back can say dead woods Yankee go out now Yankee put the fresh woods no in. And so person officer now who age I think say 38 hey and then now I was say we physically fit now to me impress military and I say army no say I'm capable of whatever I want to do in the army. The age in there, the fact that no the same age, doesn't mean so I bet my be your officer. So be enlisted there fine. Yeah, you be brave backbone.
Okay, my Collins so. Me say one media.
Me can me fact it to be when I'm clarify. Ain't under is there any conditioner? You be consider will be name there because me the Ghana some the some Ghana ni. Do time be because I'm here ni pe binti no. I'm the age be at all seven me because there are some skill set. They were had in Yamiadum be a book. Skill set. Boy was so my age and angle more munya. And now, Miss me who say, oh, my, me no much office, one, yet train them, the me cry me what need to me bobo chair warm. And today I'm more found on the lighter side.
And yeah, like, I just say, oh, like, who's over because everybody gonna go through the process. Oh, and see, if you really want to do it, we're gonna work with you. So far as you pass physical, you pass the test.
As well, that's it.
Yeah.
American you want I mean sometimes almost me a year baby one dear baby because wars in 70. I mean wow joining military during the time of war piano almost me extended date in kind of age almost me extended. Yeah, so we hear any part of war. Yes, he almost say kukumu, but only hear more support na somebody call war. In Sabre now will be a pile baby BSA Yanipa. On betting may increase I cut off age up to 50 and form they are capable of doing anything.
Yeah,
but
before now a year, 17 to 35. That's it.
35.
And on my increase, I know about like last month. 43 last month never. But you have to, get a waiver.
Yeah, that means almost any papa and nobody are called 43 no.
Yeah. And also lower winning, so me start saying me say so 31 is the passing, but now if you have 20 to 30 you qualify.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Mr. Steve, lower BBR. That means more people. This open now within their age now. Cultural GTA as well, no.
Yeah, so I say like every year certain numbers I want to say you meet every quarter now every year. So if we don't make that number, no more reduce it for us, to get that number. And you say you call one as you call BB. We try to meet that number. And the number na BB normal. So most of the time change BB we want to meet that target.
Okay. Before my boss, I'm the Collins Akasa, and Timeba also right away, and some Asaba Collins. But before the moment, acknowledge Dr. Martin Corti, I'm the or line so or T program, Echna only believe the program. Echna financial education, Dr. Corti, anybody, any more. Doctor, that I said no line now 80. I'm call Mr. Edo Benso. Yeah, no, my Barbara. So why, Mr. Mr. Ben, I'm the question.
You already your officers here that must pa nyame islam. Na me question is the number no aya na ye dia ye wo ye free Ghana ni ntino aya na ye de Ghana nsem pempa. Me fan say me wie JSS e wo Ghana man to school supiem. But me bedru ha say no me wo within a age no. E ma ni je ho say me percent ka me be join so e betimi possible. Me the
So
JSS na me wie ye.
okay, so S. So what is S? Is it high school?
No, so
No,
it's not even equivalent to GED.
Junior high.
It's not
Junior high secondary school.
No. So
You have to write a GED.
so my advice, yeah, is to get a GED. GED in the thing. So you just I think like six subject. You just take it. Once you pass it, it's equivalent to high school diploma.
Okay.
Yeah, most colleges do it.
Okay. And a second so be an ambe radio SS high school. But not my fairly totally. And also
So the thing is, so far as you have a high school diploma, we will take you. But still fairly BBA. Sometimes no, mostly medical field. Say medical field now, almost share will biology, chemistry, physics. So you have to pass it. But apart from that, maybe mechanic, cook, there are some jobs that you can do. So far as you sure say where your high school diplomas, like certificate, you qualify for it. You can join. It doesn't matter if you fail the class or whatever.
Something strange going on here. December, January, February, so far so good.
Cecilia die.
A whole lot of what's missing there. Fast forward and we see.
Bobby, who is
Wait me mute ni pa krama ya why na come on.
Okay, send him to me by my dream so.
Kwame, who is
Collins, my main call Barbara. So why?
Yo, Kwame, Pacho, me da si bebre.
Problem.
When for you must say, Pacho, my first question is kind of. Me quite about benefits ne what we ni mo. Me say me who say benefits ne na etra ko abusua ni so ana say e na ye de o kono ne yere ne mane nko ase bia me ba ko bia me ma me ne papa na ye wa akiri ne na ye so yi benya bibi ewo mu ana
Ayeka.
So benefits.
Second one in can preko.
Okay.
To me no. Me wa Prince William County ha say yo na. Me de say me de recruitment center na e wo Miniville na so na example. Also mo obi o honom next to Global Foods no. Aya na de bia na bo sometimes me call honom me hu say omo de nkwala no twa building hu sia. No more but no like enkwala kakra no. Eno no mo idea bi o man because one time be say me bisa say eno ne ye de time ben ne de na omo ye. E bia na mo idea bi for nkwala no munim mu kakra bi e betimi se bi e nkwala bi a e betimi di omo akobia mo so akoye bi na omo do omo twa edan ne ho sia. Omo ye na omo do mako inside that's omo akohwihwia ye bibi kakra wo. E ya meta akọ shop ntimi du omo ntimi ji ona ma gina wa hwe kakra. Ntimi say the question is
omo ye kids and like high school.
Yeah, kids. Pass a beer from beer be me 15, 16. Tana me many so me huni bio say 15,
okay.
16 hono mono. Now mo a child ye no husi on do mo ko sa around sana penyi mienu miense bi wo animu medal na bi so we chire na omo de omo ko. Nti eno ye pam chomo ye hu eno se munni mu bibia e bia betimi benefit ama ye mana.
Okay, so I don't know a programmer or more because every way be our the programmer or yeah. So maybe a programmer or more just to get people together and influence people to come and join the army. Yes, so what BB, but we don't really get kids. Yeah, let's say if you're trying to work out with us, say only come work out. So every Thursday from 3 to 4 or 5 future soldiers. No, omo join here. They're not shipping out yet. They all come in and then we train. Sometimes we do exercises. Sometimes we learn about the basic soldier skills. So it depends on that station. Oh, so I know your programs are every station. So the first question also benefits. So benefits, and your immediate family. So if you're married, it's you, your family, wife, kid. But so percent unfa parent go so they have to prove that they're supporting you. So basically they have to show affidavit of support, and I say or mouse car. Every month we have to say it before we can put you as a dependent.
Okay, me that's it. I think that Barbara American work no ebi a who almost say omo yankora, but usually na omo omo e can say
Future soldier.
omo sign up because
Yeah, we are future soldiers.
Yeah, before I joined, we used to do that in Alexandria. Baby, an old country buffet. Usually, no, if I come out take PT test, I think that I joined as E2 because I'm in Nick College at that time. But they made me take a test after one of those times, and then I passed the PT test, and then they gave me a higher rank to E3 into almost training just to get them in shape for school. Collins, my memory also.
Okay, me the any shift, so be on myself pre-enlistment, So would you call say be a unim say be a old person joining Navy? But okay, no, why you winning be a home or joining Marine and I say Army. Ubeti me a transfer your friend is or pre your friend or pre-max now, and most of the Army career sector be a honoma or your pre-exams first. Normally access when you say you are capable to write the final exams in case you take you into the exam center waste more time. You can make input. And it is so now pre your friends enlistment test no.
Yeah, pre-test.
Acts be a very good one. Next when baby or site be a need marine home and also one need Emmy home but first recruiter now winning the enlistment in Navy. You can go to the marine people. No makasa no matra o ma akọ betimi aye small and transfer every one of the bank who say be betimi aye no more recruit into that sector. My question is how long am I betimi keep or adverb banks no marks now kotre no how long now betimi keeping in the army system
Okay. So the ASVAB is good for 2 years. So let's say ultra after 2 years it goes away. So say ultra na upasi na join here is good for 2 years. But you pass it, you join is good. So far as you in, and then let's say after 3 years, 4 years, you want to switch to go to a different branch, you can still use your ASVAB score. But so one enlisted is good for 2 years.
Give me some question.
Uncle Max, Uncle Max and Sir Elsro, my man, so we are my bow.
Oh, yeah, but me question. Nah, my question or a baby, but I think some boy.
Your intention, man, I'm medical.
Yo, I couldn't say person who say like recruiters, are more power over so and I said because
what do you mean by power over more?
As you say, be our catch and say, oh, like you want to do this, and I say now, if you are in the and I say no, chin I say me say, as in like
when it comes to the job or what?
Yeah, like madam for be on say in Ghana for no sometimes in your opportunity say a barber chair. Sometimes you could donate military now. You trying to bring somebody from Ghana to US. So a female say me be me nanka makwako worry me and deny it. Like
Yeah,
fake documents binam denabo.
exactly.
Oban so
And no, it's between you and whoever. Maybe me worry my cousin just to bring her here. So it's between you and the army. Well,
right.
so
Yeah.
It's if you don't say anything, nobody's gonna know. So you just
Yeah.
gotta,
I know, but sometimes I think that obi koyebi, right? And I think that the family no catch and say onyai the oyeno the opes oyeno because omo abe find ways and means be ade ni nua ba na eden aba.
Okay.
The oko catch and the recruit and they say, oh, like my wife now me catch and say war overseas, something be a happy ama say no kwa your baby divorce like yen worry be. And so to help me and to help ye documents in here day if free may so said you be everybody send me a single because that problem now banner there me to me my wife and come move
Yeah.
right. But recruiter not catching and say no won't to me engine free.
No. And it's really easy. A recruiter on the ASR. You can change recruiters. So yeah, build the PBR. So we can build it as single, we can build it as married. So if you say you're not married anymore, you just gotta take it out. That's it.
Oh, okay. Because like almost kasa home for like three days. Still now, okay, and say no, on to me new free so.
No.
So that is why I was asking, say like recruiters know what power over.
No.
Yeah, this one.
Is you, is your life. So if you say you're not, don't say yeah. I've been doing this for a long time. It's like a whole lot of scenario like that. So and the crap mini girl be or physical and then or say Nick see on so it's up to you if you want to be single or you want to be married. But on the or pescano, so she want to stay married until everything goes through. She get the divorce paperwork and then they put it in.
Oh, okay.
So or no na on person he doesn't have that right to to do it. If you say you're not you coming in as single, he has to do it as single. It don't really matter.
Yeah, because at some point now recruiter was asking like questions say up the wife birth certificate the passport so I'm like yo catching say onibi because you asking the person say open the social security Ghana and social security.
No. So and I be our new recruiter. My ways are even if your wife is not here, so far as you have marriage certificate, you're good. Marriage certificate, you better show ETP, exception to policy. You better sure say your dependent is back home and they don't have a social security, they don't have a birth certificate or whatever. Boom, that's it.
Okay, I think that the point is made that they don't have power over you. You do whatever you want. You have the driving seat. Pastor Akonzam said Brand we are Nicholas Abba near the Median Essin. Tinipe no. Memramoson Pastor Akon quick one Nicholas the Atwas and Mr. Donko answer. Nimu no Abuamai.
Oh, okay, that's it. Yeah, and she made me question about what maybe Sana said, be if Ghana now on also Abidru her. To Bedru ye no said more can recruiting near assembly now. Now say opposite or pass a more immediately no or say or pay recruiter and whatever name a question. No tools they say yen no Ghana for them say to be in the military no light 10 year you can work Ghana. No no ya ubrabra na kakra na ewu ha no dia I say sala ni ehu bi ne what the meaning say by force say obi a sala ni na ke be tia fu bia na say to say I don't know if you are getting my point. That chunk of paper you who say ye human na military na ye kwai bia e mu 10% pen enya if it is here and then that chunk of people na ba are they all going to be recruited?
Okay, so so far as you have green card I-551, green card, and Social Security, high school diploma. You can join, and you meet the age requirement. With my joining.
Meaning say, how will be a person join the BR, he's going to get it. That's what you are trying to say.
Yes, or BBR
Okay,
person on joining. Yeah, if anybody that wants to join, so far as you meet those requirements, you can join.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so one, you have to be between 17 and 43, high school diploma, permanent resident with the Social Security card. That's it.
Nicholas, mame,
Asante me da si bebre opanyi Donko so nyame nhyira. My question is say senia ya sorry panyi busa asem fa obi a wo no Jesus na bi a wo wie no Ghana no abedru akwan ben no befa so join ni ma mo kan say gisi otimi koye GED ansa no otimi aye but me kai say mre bi na Asante one and now educate on people or more person or more join say amina biem say wow person otimi o person o join bi a o de brabe test na pass utimi pass anu aye nti say na asa anu ye ko ba say gisi yasa mo akoye GED no asa ma ye confused ewo asembusa no ehunti
So,
misro pani Donko go amikakra.
No, yedi. So, like I said before, we have to meet a certain requirement. And I'm pass some law say even if you don't have a high school diploma, so far as you score 50 and up, you get. But and check and I'll be criticizing, so we took it off. So it's normal.
Yeah.
Yo, me that's it.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. MGD is a more pilot program be for Jackson. So went to me MT GT score no car off no. Or to me a course pilot program no. Then membership on alcohol. Almost spending on my to meaning with my eye light and crab was
so we call it owner mic. So basically, so the passing mark in here 31. If you score 31 and up, you go straight to basic training. If you score 20, 21 to 30, and now qualify for that pilot program. And now you will call for Jackson for 90 days. So you don't really have to be there for all that 90 days. So for us, every month, I'm gonna take a test, pass in the first month, you're gonna pick a job and go to basic training. So let's say always buy your test one pass it, but they will make sure you pass it. Worst case scenario, if you don't pass it next month, they will let you try it again. If you don't pass it another month, they're gonna let you try again. And then for some reason you can't pass it during that 90 days, they're gonna kick you out. But they will let you pass it.
Yeah, being in army school, they will let you pass it.
Now,
would I still get paid?
Yes. So during that 90 days, you're still getting paid, but you're not in the army yet because you don't have a job and you're not in basic training. But you're still getting paid during that 90 days.
All right, thank you.
No, radio my pony on by me besides army pay no I a range from a range from say then
So I don't know, like it depending like state because normally, but so we don't have any difference. Like let's say who your mechanic, maybe a carpenter, we go according to your rank. So say we a carpenter, me a mechanic, E1, we still getting the same pay. We are E2, or be a physician, and I say we you all get the same pay. But the pay depends on the state you go to. They go according to the state. But every year you get a pay increase. So E1 will probably be making maybe 1,100 every month or every 2 weeks.
And I also now and we base pay no right base pay yeah obia across board no. And I know I said so what worry now our familiar and also comes with additional pay Yeah, your friend basic housing allowance, right?
Yep.
And also it depends on location. Oh, New York, you know, said that board in New York more than Virginia. Virginia, our Fairfax County area, for Belvoir area, Nebo then China, Miami, what Newport News area, right? And people can get aside of basic pay, no, they can get anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000, 5,000, depending on rank, just for rent and also mortgage. Yeah, I don't know. The good thing about that is when it comes to tax season, it's not part of Usika Uchiaso tax. And to wait me make it 90,000, 100,000 a year. But Usika Uchiaso tax, yeah, to tax, will probably be like 50,000, half of that. Because housing allowance is not part of who pay now. And if free money, I'm going to say, different child, I can if I help or your number.
Mind you, sir, who decided, sir, who believe you on poster, says it doesn't come to you. What's on poster, depending the zip code now, Timuno. That's a Fort Belvoir, so okay, Metra on post, and you more down Fort Belvoir. Says you can edit your Danica utilities, BBI. Sometimes, so we utilities no effort low, they are below the average, almost I catch at the mount. Now they are checking also. Was a ocean M1 as better outside Fort Belvoir, there. So, because me feel Korea about for now 2,500 for just housing allowance and the OT outside it is 2,500 nina every month. Say faculty our rent ne near my sinebea bebo.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. Is say big family? It's really good to get on-post housing because say baby, it's gonna be hard because according to the size of your family. So if you have four family members, they're gonna give you a room with four bedrooms, and everything is paid for.
Now security wise, I know a good part.
Yeah, because you on-post.
Okay. I was for the dreading in the urban area. You bet that Mr. Donko for spending almost 2 hours with us. And I know that most of you still may have questions. Yeah, time and some of you will want to reach out to him in case you want to join or you have additional questions that you want to get clarified. And Sana, what make you move now? Meaning say, over to the office number and answer or work number at normal accurate. Now, obi a person of obi and betimi afro. No.
Yeah, me office number and new WhatsApp. So it's 443 694 9086 443 694 9086. I know you can text me, you can call me. I know me new WhatsApp also, but me personal phone no 907 371 7987. I know you can WhatsApp me and we can talk. And I can recruit anybody anywhere. It doesn't matter if you're not in Maryland, you're in New York, you're in Pennsylvania, wherever. I can recruit you anywhere.
Okay. But the number now to chat into you better Mr. Donko as be for spending time with us. I'm say my name say announcement do as I'm penning for the my be in Honsoa. Na mema edo ben abompe esha so mine. Now let's not forget at the same time you share a financial education. Yeah,